They're going to fit this innocent-looking vehicle with a bonus feature. The passenger will in fact be sitting on a secret air-powered ejector seat.
You need to clear a space between the trunk and the passenger compartment, the trunk being where the tank or the air supply is going to be for this device. And then we need to route tubing forward from that tank to the back and underside of the seat. And we also need to create a trap door in the top of the car.
Adam's in his element.
Check this out. This is engineering. Is that totally cool or what?
The tubes that will make up the air cannon and the seat have been machined precise to 10,000ths of an inch.
Adam.
Oh. Wow.
We done made our own pneumatic cylinder.
While Jamie builds the air cannon, Adam starts work on the ejector seat itself. Piloting his trusty sewing machine, he runs up a new seat covering, which will help hide the awful truth.
Well, it's a seat, and I don't see any excess hardware on it.
That's the key.
So,
we are not upholsterers.
Maybe a little weird looking, but you know what it is, and I don't see any pistons.
Before long, the car is starting to resemble something from a Bond film. Adam takes the role of Q.
I'm pretty pleased with how simple this is. These are just plumbing pipes representing our main dump tank. That tank dumps through the back trunk, down through these pipes to these fast-acting, really large capacity valves, a pair of them that dump into this manifold, through these upright pipes, and into our chair. We're going to cut away part of the roof here, and that chair is going to clear this car really, really fast.
The rig should generate 2,600 pounds of lift. The passenger and seat together won't be more than 260 pounds. That's a lift ratio of 10 to 1. But that chair ain't going nowhere without a hole in the roof.
I now need to be able to put that panel I cut out back in so that one might be unsuspecting that it was ever there. That'll do.
To make sure the seat makes a smooth exit, Jamie lubes the tubes. The seat itself is installed, the cylinders sliding like a glove over the air cannon. And finally, for some added movie mojo, a secret switch, cunningly disguised as a gear stick.
Is the ignition switch. That's what launches it when you're sitting in the car. I'm ready to drive this thing out to the dirt lot and do a pressure test on it.
Let's do a little quick test, incremental test here first, just before we get out.
Just like 5-10 psi and see what it...
With the rig capable of generating 130 psi, 10 is nothing.
Okay, that's about 10 psi.
Is that what the gauge says?
Yeah.
Cool. That was fast.
Jamie flips the switch.
Well.
Yeah!
10 psi was enough for liftoff, resulting in one of those magical Mythbuster moments.
I'm gonna go lie down.
Don't leave your seat. Further on down the road, we'll see what happens when they really give the ejector seat some air.
But I guess the next test is what I'm really worried about, because that was the easy part. Once we start to put load on the front of this and it starts to torque over the whole thing, that's where this is all headed. And if that doesn't work, then I don't know what I'm going to do.
Next, a 70% scale test. They load 120 pounds on the seat.
Looks like it's topping out at about 90.
And charge the tank to 90 psi. This time, it might be a good idea to adjourn to the vacant lot next door.
3, 2, 1.
Dude!
Like clockwork.
That was fantastic!
Having 120 pounds on the seat didn't dampen the rig's lifting power.
It's almost like we knew what we were doing, isn't it?
And the load easily cleared the hole in the car without touching anything, without bumping or rubbing or bending or straining or snapping. It couldn't have gone better. It's totally time to take this full scale. I almost want to ride it. There goes one happy Heinemann.
Now, this is a top secret spy car, right? People shouldn't guess that they're sitting in an ejector seat. The rig's plumbing is easily disguised, but the seat itself might raise eyebrows. And everything else.
It is a little high, isn't it?
It's a tad high.
Still, Adam's confident it will pass the undetectability test.
There's nothing that screams that the passenger seat is going to leave this vehicle. You might get into it and think, oh, Adam's weekend work on this car is a little bit substandard. But you wouldn't think, Adam's about to leave me on the side of the freeway.
Let's test that theory, shall we, Adam?
Bob is our regular tow truck operator. He's always helping us get vehicles out to locations where we do bad things to them. And right now, I think Jamie's going to try and get him to sit in our ejection seat and see if he can't determine that it's indetectable.
Take a seat, Bob.
It's an ejection seat.
Why would you say that?
Roof cut away from the top there. Give me a little hint.
Hey, Bob, see that little thing there? Now, push that button.
I think I'd rather not.
Oh, well, let's face it. If he's worked with the Mythbusters before, he's going to suspect something, isn't he? Now, with Buster still in bits after the awning fall myth, they've called on one of his buddies to make a guest appearance. But there might be a small problem. Well, in fact, a large problem, actually.
What are we doing with the tallest dummy in the whole place?
Clearly, this isn't going to work. Just as well he brought the whole family.
He's got a wife and he's got a kid. And, well, we're going to try them.
Adam manhandles Buster's buddy's better half into the car.
She's light.
Who said chivalry was dead?
There we go.
We are almost ready to go. We've got a dummy that fits in the passenger seat this time. We've taped the roof above her head. We've got the safety shield in. We've got the electric system working. All that's left is to charge the tank and wait for camera to tell us to roll. We are fully charged. It's 130 psi.
That air pressure will generate 2,600 pounds of lift, 10 times the weight of the seat and its unfortunate passenger. We know the chair works, but it's never had anybody on board. The one thing that'll stop this dummy making a smooth exit will be flailing limbs on liftoff.
Drive safely.
I will. I'm going to wait for your signal to go.
Okay.
Okay?
It's the moment of truth. Will the ejector seat launch our passenger into the air like Austin? In our scenario, Adam and his date are heading out for a night on the town. What's that? You want me to pay for dinner and a movie?
Wow! Oh, that was awesome! That was an incredible noise. It took like... Wow. That was... Woo!
Who needs Austin Powers when you've got air power?
Oh, God, I really want to ride that thing. I mean, I just pulled the button and then I heard... like this. I mean, it was like a full second after I pushed it.
The high-speed camera caught every frame of our passenger's airborne exit.
That might be my favorite high-speed shot we've ever done.
I think so.